ZedRunner DIY detailer here. Quick micro video for you. I've never got around to doing something which is really irritates me every time I ride. I keep forgetting to do it. And I watched Mrs. ZedRunner's video. I'll put a link to the description, a link to the video in the description below, where she's adjusting all the ergonomics of her bike, brake pedal, clutch levers, that sort of stuff. And I've always had my clutch lever riding too high. And it causes some strain on your wrist joint and stuff like that. So I'm going to show you how to adjust the clutch lever in terms of ergonomically on a Z1000sx. A lot of the rules are kind of similar, but if you search YouTube for people like Dave Moss Tuning, I think it's called, he does a lot of bike setup stuff, and ergonomics are one of the things he talks about a lot. And the clutch lever for me is something I don't know why I've never done it. So here we are, quick micro video. What you need is a 5mm Allen key, and you need a bike level. So currently it's being prepped for Normandy, so it's on bike stands, paddock stands, front and rear. So she's nice and level, so I'm going to sit on it and show you what I mean about my clutch lever problem. So with the arm in a natural position on the bar, I've got to move my wrist up to get my fingers over the clutch bar, and that puts some strain on the wrist. Now, it doesn't seem much, but when you've got the gloves on, that can be just a little bit awkward over a longer ride. And the other thing I want to double check, I've got the reach about right. You can adjust it with the lever here, the knob here, how far away the lever stands out from the bar, the clutch lever stands out from the handlebar, and you want it just under these joints in your finger here, and that's about right for me. So I sit naturally on the bike, reach across, you can see the lever goes underneath. So I've got good modulation. So what you can't have is it too far away, because you can't bend your finger. You need the joints to give you that modulation, especially important on the brake as well. But for the clutch, good power. But my reach is fine. It's more the angle, so I don't have to keep lifting up to do that. You see the wrist move to get my fingers over. So I want to drop this a little. Now the way to do that is the 5mm Allen keys here. Just loosen them a bit, rotate this down, tighten them up a bit, and it's kind of a bit of trial and error. Don't move this too much. There will be a point where from a steering point of view, steering lock point of view, the lever may impede some of the fairings, so watch out for that. But we're going to do that now. 5mm Allen keys, all you need for these two bolts. So here we go. These aren't insanely tight either, so just be careful. Make sure the Allen key's fully seated. There we go, let's just back that off. Might need to back that one off a little bit more. I'm going to go fuel up for Normandy's. Oh, that's a little loose, that one. So that'll give me a chance to test my new setting on the road. So here we go. Natural angle. I want to just nudge that down just a touch. So I think my wrist is moving less a bit, maybe there. Let's put it there, and I'll tighten that up now. That's impossible to do one-handed. And so let's just tighten those back. Nice firm nip up, make sure the Allen key's fully seated. Nice and firm. Can't remember if there's a 5mm Allen key in the Kawasaki tool set, but I might take one with me. There you go, nice and firm. Now the lever's a little lower. If I sit on a natural position on the bike, I just move my fingers out. I'm not moving the whole wrist like I was before. There's a little bit of movement there, that's kind of only natural. I don't think I can drop it much more. The reach is still good in terms of the bar underneath the first knuckle. So that's pretty cool. So that's it. I'm going to take it out on the road, see how that feels. It might feel a bit alien first. Don't make too many massive changes to your bike. So I'm going to do that now. Get out on the road, get some fuel, see how the clutch feels. Just run sort of 5-10 miles with her, see how she feels. But I think that's quite nice. I like that.